first close the doors and curtains to provide privacy for the client. Good day, I'm your student nurse for today. My name is Isaiah Michael J. Velasquez from Davao Doctors College. May I verify that this is indeed Miss Regine Velasquez?
Yes.
So this is to verify for a meeting with the right client. So Miss Velasquez, today I will be taking your vital signs such as your temperature, your peripheral pulse, your respiration, and your blood pressure. Is that okay? I would also like to inform you that you are not forced to do any of these assessments and you can refuse to do so, okay? So this is to let the client know that she has the freedom to choose. Before we start, we must perform proper hand washing to deter the spread of microorganisms and prevent contamination. So firstly, we will start with your temperature, your oral, and your auxiliary to be precise. And we must put on working gloves to keep our hands sterile while doing the assessment. So before we start, we must first clean the thermometer to eliminate any bacteria. Okay. So please open your mouth and place the thermometer in place. So this is to let the client be comfortable by letting her hold the thermometer. Okay, that tone indicates that the temperature is in. Your oral temperature is 36.8 degrees Celsius. You must write that to keep track. Okay, after we are done taking the temperature, we must again clean it to eliminate any bacteria. Okay, now let's move forward to your auxiliary. Please raise your arm. Okay, so let me examine it. So I can already see that there are no perspiration or lesions. So this area is safe to put the thermometer. I will now place your thermometer in your armpit and please bend your arm and place it across your chest just like that to keep the thermometer in place. Okay, that tone indicates that the result is in. Your temperature is still 36.8 degrees Celsius. And again, we must write it to keep track. Okay. After we are done taking the assessment, we must again clean the thermometer to eliminate any bacteria. And now, we put it back to its storage to keep it clean and sterile. So now we are done taking your temperature. We will now move forward to your peripheral pulse. So before we start, we must again perform proper hand washing to deter the spread of microorganisms and prevent contamination. So ma'am, please lie down and place your arms alongside your body and your palms facing downward just like that. Okay, so now I will be taking your radial pulse. Okay, so your radial pulse is 76 beats per minute. I also would like to cover your lower extremities to make you comfortable. Okay, are you comfortable, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, so again, your radial pulse is 76 beats per minute. I also would like to note that I don't see any abnormalities on your skin color. Your temperature is also normal, your heart rhythm is normal, and the volume is also normal. So this is to let the client know what the findings are. And now let's move on to your respiration. Again, we must perform proper hand washing to deter the spread of microorganisms and to prevent contamination. Okay, so please bend your right or left arm and place it across your chest. Okay, so are you comfortable? I would also like to still cover your lower extremities with a blanket to make you comfortable, okay? And now we'll get your respiratory rate. Okay, so your respiratory rate is 16 cycles per minute. I also would like to note that overall your rate, your depth, and your rhythm is all normal. So this is to let again the client know what the findings are. Okay, now you may sit down, ma'am. Let me assist you. Okay, I would also like to cover your lower extremities to at least make you comfortable. Are you comfortable?
Yes.
Okay. So before we start, we must first clean the stethoscope and the sphygmometer to eliminate any bacteria and avoid contamination. Okay. We must also check if the thermometer is functioning properly and also the sphygmometer. Let me check. Okay, the stethoscope is good. And the sphygmometer is also excellent. Okay. Okay, now let's check for your BP. May I ask, did you drink any coffee or did you smoke before our assessment or for the past 30 minutes?
No.
Okay, that's good. So this is to know if there are risks for hypertension. Okay. So may I know what arm are you comfortable with when taking the BP?
Right arm.
Okay. So now I will start. Okay, before we start, I would like to locate your your pulse. Okay, I found your brachial pulse. Now we can start doing your blood pressure. Okay. Okay, so your blood pressure is 120/80. Okay, let me just write it so that I have a documentation. Before we end, I would also like to take your other side of your arm of blood pressure so that I can accurately assess if the blood pressure is still the same. Okay. Okay. Now let's first find your brachial pulse. Okay, now I have located it, and now we can assess for your blood pressure. Okay, so your blood pressure is still the same. It is 120/80. Okay. So to summarize it all, your temperature, your peripheral pulse, your respiration, and blood pressure is all within normal range. Congratulations. So before we end, we must again perform proper hand hygiene to eliminate any bacteria and contamination. And we mustn't forget to clean the stethoscope. Oops, sorry. To clean the stethoscope and the sphygmomanometer so that our equipments will remain bacteria-free and contamination-free. So that is all. Thank you, Ms. Velasquez. Have a good day.